One NBA player spent $10 million just to annoy Michael Jordan. Another player's purchase has him facing 20 years in jail. These are stupidly expensive things NBA players own. And what Ja Morant bought went so viral, young players all over the NBA are trying to copy him. It all started during Ja's rookie season when he flew into Texas. He knew Houston was the home of a legendary jeweler, Johnny Dang. So Ja just had to stop by and blow a bag. And right when he walked in, he joined Flawless Gang, spending $35,000 on a VVS honeycomb diamond grill. And I swear, ever since he bought it, he hasn't taken it out his mouth. But that was just the beginning of Ja's jewelry buying addiction, because once he hit Icebox, he took things to a whole new level. This time, he wasn't leaving the jeweler without spending at least 100 racks. Diamond-flooded bracelets, $89,000 chains, $240,000 APs, Paddocks, and Rollies. Ja really wears timepieces that expensive, and he can't even tell the time.
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about the time, I don't know how to tell it.
But that wasn't gonna stop our boy from damn near buying the entire jewelry store. So right after, Ja copped a diamond chain of his jersey number, a custom jewelry box, and on top of that, he got his sister an $11,000 necklace, then dipped out of there before he spent his entire contract.
That be the game right there, man.
Damn, even Ja's on the HoopFlix wave? Now, at least he knows he's got a spending problem.
Every time I come in, new jewelry.
But I bet he didn't know how much his addiction would influence the NBA. Cause right after Ja went viral, young NBA players instantly started cashing out on jewelry. DeAndre Ayton, Jalen Green, Andre Drummond, and LaMelo Ball all flashed their own $20,000 diamond grills. But Jason Tatum had to beat everybody. He bought a rare all-white Bubba Watson Richard Mille that cost over $500,000. Damn, $500K on a timepiece is crazy, but it doesn't compare to the item that Ben Simmons bought that almost killed somebody. Right after Ben was drafted by the 76ers, he moved into a $3 million Philadelphia penthouse. And cause this place was so bougie, Ben wasn't trying to live here alone, so he decided to buy some new pets. But instead of keeping things simple, he decided the right move was spending $10,000 on 2 Savannah cats. Now, they might look innocent, but these aren't like normal cats. They're wild animals. And once the cats got used to living with Ben, they only got crazier. And one day, they almost killed somebody. While Ben was on a road trip in Cali, he asked his brother to go cage up the cats and fly them out to visit him. But once he showed up to Ben's crib, the cats instantly went crazy. It was damn near impossible to cage them up, until eventually, Ben's brother got them in and sent them to the airport. Now, he thought he got the job done. But once they showed up to the airport, officials needed the cats out of the carrier so they could scan the cages. He warned them, but they didn't listen. And right when he opened the cage, they attacked. It took 3 airport employees to help. Ben's brother ended up bloody, but eventually, they got the situation under control. Immediately after, he FaceTimed Ben and told him, "You gotta get rid of these crazy animals." And Ben agreed. Now $10,000 on killer cats, I mean, that's crazy, but Ben knew he couldn't live with himself if he didn't spend even more money on something even more dangerous. Cause Ben might have a Dodge Hellcat, multiple Lambos, and 2 different Rolls Royces, but none of those compare to Ben's $350,000 Ferrari Pista. This thing could go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. And as soon as he laid eyes on this whip, Ben instantly fell in love with Ferraris. He's been seen in an orange Ferrari, an all-black Ferrari Spider, and the rarest of them all, a Ferrari 488 that he got just to match his favorite Jordans. This special edition car brings Ben's total on Ferraris to over $1 million. But he's got one final car that costs more than all of his others combined. Ben joined LeBron James as the only 2 NBA players with one of the rarest cars on the market, a Porsche 918 Spider. But Ben just had to one-up the king. He copped his version with an exclusive package that replaced the car with all carbon fiber parts. And doing that bumped up the price to $2 million. But killer cats, $2 million cars, that's nothing compared to the $10 million that LaMelo Ball spent just to annoy Michael Jordan. Since LaMelo became a teenager, he's been buying things most people can only dream of. By the time he turned 19, He already signed a $100 million shoe deal with Puma, where they threw in unlimited access to their private jet. But once LaMelo got drafted to the NBA, he really started blowing millions. On LaMelo's draft night, he showed up wearing a $50,000 Sky Dweller Rolex flooded in diamonds. And he must have loved the attention he got from this watch, because not long after, LaMelo became the youngest NBA player ever to launch his own line of signature watches. One with a plain bezel that cost around $7,000, and another diamond version worth $15,000. But see, LaMelo's wrist game is weak compared to his net game. Once he started becoming an NBA star, he hit up Slam magazine and debuted a $50,000 masterpiece. This UFO chain had LaMelo looking like he was trying to become the fourth Migo. And after Puma saw his chain, they wanted to help LaMelo accomplish that goal. So when he was named to his first All-Star game, they came in with an $80,000 present, a 17-karat diamond necklace with a Puma All-Star pennant, and LaMelo wasted no time putting it on. Now, despite dropping a couple $100,000 on jewelry, one of LaMelo's purchases stands out from the rest. But I'm not sure Michael Jordan's gonna be happy about this. See, with MJ being the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, and LaMelo becoming their star player, they might be seeing each other a little too often. Cause LaMelo splashed over $10 million just to be Michael Jordan's neighbor. Yeah, LaMelo's mansion just became one of the most legendary cribs in the entire NBA. 11 bedrooms, 18 bathrooms, and every single room has built-in speakers. LaMelo's crib has its own movie theater, bar, personal gym, and $100,000 kitchen appliances. He even bought an exclusive chandelier that cost over $600,000. But if all those hundreds of thousands weren't enough, LaMelo also paid an extra $1.2 million to have the house renovated with an indoor swimming pool. Wait, is that HoopFlix on the TV? Oh my god, even LaMelo subscribed. Anyways, on the outside, LaMelo's place has another pool, an 8-car garage, and of course it came with his own helipad. Damn, I already know LaMelo's brothers are jealous, man. Even though he's the youngest, he's still the biggest baller of the family. But jewelry, cars, mansions, none of that compares to the $1 million purchase that has this NBA player facing 20 years in jail. Ever since De'Aaron Fox was drafted in 2017, he's been met with obstacles. He came into Sacramento knowing they hadn't made the playoffs in over a decade, but made it his life's mission to turn this franchise around. Each season, he stepped his game up to a new level, and despite the lack of team success, he quickly became an NBA superstar. Sacramento embraced him, cause finally, the future looked bright, and being at the pinnacle of his young career in 2020, the Kings rewarded De'Aaron with a max contract, 5 years for $163 million. And you'd think that'd be enough money for a lifetime. But behind the scenes, that kind of money had De'Aaron plotting a sinister crime. Over the next year, De'Aaron kept everything a secret until December of 2021. He announced he'd been funding his self-named NFT project, Swipe of the Fox. There were plans of around 6,000 NFTs to be minted, and buying these would grant fans real-life rewards like NBA tickets, signed merch, scholarships, chances to hang out with De'Aaron himself. And in January, the project went public. At its release, each of De'Aaron's NFTs cost around $250, so not being too expensive, the project instantly gained over 3,000 supporters and racked up over $1.6 million. But just a few weeks later, the project disappeared. Everybody was confused. This project was supposed to revolutionize how fans could interact with their favorite athlete. And not long after, De'Aaron made a shocking announcement. He claimed that balancing this NFT project and his NBA career just wasn't possible. And to all the investors, their money would not be returned. Now, De'Aaron did offer to autograph jerseys and send them out to supporters, but the damage was already done. Fans worldwide assumed the worst. People were claiming De'Aaron knew exactly what he was doing, because right from day one, he never gave out the rewards. So people began believing he was never going to. And this future of the project that he promised was all a lie. Now, even with the faith in the project dwindling, things got even more sketchy. De'Aaron completely shut down the NFT's website, closed down his NFT's Discord server, and privated all Swipe of the Fox social media. So many had speculated this was a major plot to take advantage of young fans who were new to the NFT world, and that this project was the perfect example of a rug pull. Now, I don't understand why someone who'd made nearly $200 million would need to do something so illegal, but what's scary about this situation is that other well-known rug pulls that took even less money had the developers facing 20 years in prison. So with De'Aaron being just 24 years old, he could be facing nearly every year he's been alive behind bars. But honestly, you should have seen this coming, because NBA players seem to always be getting themselves in million-dollar scandals. Like when LeBron James and his mom were facing jail time after trying to cover up who his dad was. And I know you want to hear more about that. So just click this video right here.